What's up, everybody? So this is obviously a little bit of a different video. As you can tell, I sound horrible, but I swear I feel a lot better. I've been home since Saturday. Today is Wednesday. I had a cold, but because of where I work, I'm a direct support professional, so I work with taking care of people. And because of where I work, they requested that I, stay out of work until I'm pretty much symptom-free and get a doctor's clearance. I've gotten the clearance, but as you can tell, I'm still pretty congested. I still don't sound well, so in an effort to not scare people or anything like that, I'm giving it another day or two, and then I'll be back to work, which I honestly can't wait for because, it sounds good in theory to be home all week and just pretty much having free time to do whatever, but when you're used to working a lot and you're used to being as busy as I am and constantly on the go, it's actually not all it's cracked up to be. Like, the first day or two was awesome, and now the last 2 days, I'm just like going crazy. I went outside today and got some sunlight, and I thought my skin was gonna burn because I haven't been outside in like 4 days, so. Despite the fact that I sound terrible, I feel a lot better. But I kind of just wanted to make a quick little video, no editing or anything, just talking to the camera about what I think about everything that's been going on. Obviously, it's a pretty scary and unique time for all of us. I don't think anyone, anticipated that in our lifetime we would experience anything like this. And I feel a lot of different ways about it, but the way that I mostly feel is kind of like I feel about most things, where it's like, it's unfortunate, it's incredibly unfortunate, but the best thing we can do, and really the only thing we can do, is whatever is within our ability to make a difference, to handle the situation as best we can, and to not get too caught up in thinking that we can control the outcome. Because the truth of the matter is we just can't. We can do our best to avoid it, but some things are just going to happen. And I think the more we panic, the more mass hysteria starts to overwhelm the world, the worse things are going to get. And I understand for a lot of people it's a scary time, especially for people who are at risk, older people, maybe babies, people with respiratory illnesses or infections or things like that, asthma and stuff like that, emphysema, all those different things, smokers, the list goes on. But I just think right now it's, in times like this, in times of incredible chaos and just, hardship, this is when our character as human beings really gets tested, and we see, what kind of resolve do we have? How can we handle these situations? How can we bounce back and reach out to one another? And the reason I wanted to make this video was to just try to encourage people to be as positive as possible. And I'm not an idiot, I'm realistic. I know it's a scary time. People are being laid off of work. People are struggling to make ends meet right now. People are getting sick. People are worried about getting sick. It's a crazy time. And I'm not, that's not lost on me, but at the same time, like I said, it's within our power to control how we react to and handle these situations. So, for me, it's like, I think laughter, and obviously you guys know I've always been a huge, proprietor of comedy. I love making people laugh. I love to laugh myself. It's a good way to not forget about the pain, but it's a good way to just feel something other than the pain for even just a little bit of time, And even though, again, it's a situation that we should definitely be taking seriously, I think a lot of the memes, a lot of the funny videos, it is a good way to kind of help comfort people and put people's minds at ease. And, there's a fine line, like, it's, on one hand, you don't want to treat it as a joking matter, but on the other hand, you can't look at it too seriously. You have to understand that a joke is a joke, and it's made, for the purpose of making people feel better and making people handle these situations a little bit better. So I have to say, though, again, it's on us as individuals, as a community, as just human beings, to do the best we can to come together right now. Like, there's never been a time where, at least not in my lifetime, where it was more necessary than right now. One of the, some of the things that we can do are, it's just very simple. Just reach out to people, ask how people are doing, offer help, reach out to your friends who are being laid off and say, do you need a ride somewhere? Do you need help getting to a place? Or do you need some money? Do you need some supplies? Do you need food? Do you need something to eat tonight? Anything like that. Like, just offer a helping hand if you are able. I gotta say, where I live in Kingston, New York, there's been a lot of restaurants in the area within a couple of miles that have been doing some amazing things. There's a lot of restaurants that you're seeing that are offering free lunches to children from 1 to 3 p.m. or 12 to 3 p.m., whatever. People offering free meals, people offering discounted meals. Because, again, you got people who are out of school for at least the foreseeable future, and it seems like it is the smart thing to do as far as trying to control the spread of the disease, of the virus. But at the same time, you have to think there are people who need to be now home with these children. I saw a post the other day that I thought was something to really pay attention to, which is the fact that there are a lot of people who might not be safe at home, who may be home with now in an abusive situation or in an unsafe situation or unsanitary or whatever the case is. You know, there's some kids who their escape from that situation is school, and now they're being forced into that situation for however long it may be. So there's just a lot of things. You know, the best thing we can do is just really try to heighten our emotional intelligence and just be aware of what other people are going through. You know, as much as we might not like to believe it, there's so much more to the world than just us. You know, the world is so much bigger than any of us as an individual, and I think sometimes we lose sight of that. And I think if we can kind of realize that and group together, and it's little things, like I said, there's incredible people in the community, in my community right now, that I have to, you know, absolutely show recognition for, that are doing things like offering services, offering resources, providing information, even just talking to people. You know, there's a lot of people who are really, really scared right now, and just asking them, like, hey, are you okay? You know, is there anything you need? Do you want to talk? What's going on with you? Because, you know, for a lot of people too, this is just something that's on top of their daily life struggles. We all go through different stuff, and this is not erasing any of that. It's only piling onto it. So, you know, don't forget, there's still people struggling with all different kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And like I said, you know, I'm just one person with a camera right now, but I know at the same time that I may just be a person with a camera, but I also know that this could mean a lot to some people. So that's why I wanted to do it. And like I said, man, just try your best to spread positivity, to reach out your hand and offer help. And I'm doing the same. If you're seeing this, reach out to me however necessary. I'm very easy to find. But, you know, like, I have a good mental health, and I've always wanted to help other people feel the way that I do most of the time, because in times like this, I think I'm handling this very well. And I think there's a lot of people who deal with anxiety and depression and things like that who are not handling it so well, who are having a much harder time, and maybe now more than ever they need somebody just to open their ears to them. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to sit down and make this and tell people, like, you know, I know what the news is going to tell us, and it's going to look all bad, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing with my own two eyes in the area right around me, and it's some incredible stuff. I've been seeing people coming together, offering help, working together. So let's try to share more of that. You know, I'm not against sharing factual stuff. You know, if you're going to share something like, oh, there's this many deaths or this many new cases, I get that. If it's factual, if it's, you know, if it's real, then that's totally cool. But at the same time, if it's not necessary, maybe it's doing more harm than it is good. You know, maybe you're better off sharing that restaurant that's 10 minutes away from you that just offered free lunches to kids, rather than sharing that the number of corona cases has risen in the last day or two. It's going to get worse before it gets better. We all know that. We don't know how long it's going to be. We all just have to adjust to this new crazy life that we're living right now. But like I said, some of the things that are within our control is, what can we put out there? You know, let's share the good information. Let's share the good stories. Let's show people that despite what you may see in mainstream media, the truth of the matter is, people right now in your immediate area are coming together and doing some great things. And just ask, how can you be part of it, you know? And even if it's just sharing something, that's what I mean. Like, if I see a restaurant or anybody talking about some kind of help that they're offering, I'm sharing it. I click that share button right away. I'm not going to share anymore. You know, we all know, we're not stupid. We all know that there are people dying. This is a serious thing, and it's getting worse before it's going to get better. We all know that. So as far as I'm concerned, like, what purpose is me sharing the newest number of cases really serve? The only time I will share it is if it's like, hey, this many people have recovered. Share that, because that's offering a lot more hope and positive mindset than just sharing how many new people got sick today. So again, you know, like I said before, just keep your emotional intelligence in check. Understand what's really happening, and at the same time understand, you know, how we can best navigate through that stuff together. You know, like, we're in this together. You know what I'm saying? Like, the government, as of right now, today is Wednesday, and the government's been supposedly working on preparing some packages for, you know, to get money to Americans, which would be great. But at the same time, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how helpful it'll be for those people who are actually fully out of work. It may not be enough. Like, there's still a lot of uncertainty. So until then, all we can really do is just kind of buckle down, brace ourselves the best we can, and just, like I said, help each other out, reach out to people, and that's pretty much it, man. So if you see this, if you're on board with what I'm saying, then tell people, reach out to people, offer your help, share this video if you want to, do whatever you can to just keep trying to propel the positive and negate the negative. But other than that, man, I hope everybody is doing as well as you can possibly be doing right now. And if anybody needs anything from me, reach out. Don't be shy. And I'm just wishing the best for all of us, man. We're humans, and as Mr. Andrew Yang says, humanity first. So that's kind of the wave that I'm riding right now. So again, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody gets through this, and hopefully we have brighter days ahead. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Peace.